We're back. Carabao Cup time.
It's a BoreDraw special. The Carabao Cup, an often understated competition.
Mickey Mouse Cup, they call it.
They do, unless you win it, in which case it's a major trophy. We are seeing two titans of the English game go head-to-head in Liverpool and Chelsea. One team having an absolute blinder of a season, ravaged by injuries. The other team are Chelsea.
Oh, I like that because Liverpool are having a blinder of the season and Chelsea are not. But Chelsea have injury problems. I don't want to play it down. When we watched, so we did a live stream, what was it, about a month ago now?
Yeah.
Liverpool absolutely smashed Chelsea at Anfield. Obviously, this is different kettle of fish. Since then, Liverpool have got bags of injuries. This is at Wembley. Chelsea, we know, do well at Wembley.
Yeah, they're a team who like to win trophies. I mean, they had a good performance against Man City last week, resulting in a 1-1 draw, a last sort of gasp equaliser by Rodri. Say last gasp, but I think it was around the 80th minute or something. Yeah. Still, I think it's going to be a closer game than a lot of people will think. I mean, the main concern here for me is the amount of injuries to key players that Liverpool have. We've seen them lose the likes of Alisson, who won't be back, Trent, who won't be back, Szoboszlai, who won't be back. Then they've got potentially
Jota,
Salah
who won't be back,
and Darwin Núñez returning, maybe for a role on the bench, maybe a late appearance from them later on into the game. And yeah, Diego Jota, who's found prolific form recently whilst Salah's been away at AFCON, is also out. So it's going to be a tighter contest. We saw Liverpool absolutely smash Luton after going one behind. And I think Jurgen Klopp was fairly happy with that. I don't think he was expecting a stellar performance. There's a lot of people getting thrown into the team later on. But they managed to turn it around after Luton went ahead early.
Yeah.
But for me, this game, you can never really call it. It's going to be cagey, I think. I think both teams are going to be aware of the threat that they both pose going forward. Chelsea have had a little bit of struggle trying to get that going on through the season. But they've got big players. I mean, Cole Palmer, we see what he's done. He's already scored at Wembley once this season, I think.
Are Chelsea on a little bit of a run of form? So I'm just looking at their recent results here. Obviously, I was talking about the Liverpool game that we watched. And then after that, they got absolutely slapped by Wolves. And that's when we did a Chelsea video saying, are they like really bad? Is there a problem? And then they responded to that video. That was when they battered Aston Villa in the FA Cup. Good result against Crystal Palace. I know it was two late goals by Conor Gallagher, but good performance there. And then a good performance against Man City. I'd say arguably they were a better team against Man City. And so they're undefeated in 3, which for Chelsea is probably pretty good this season. What I think that's down to, and I don't want to dig him out because he's a legend of the game, but I think that's Thiago Silva being out of the team.
Maybe.
So at the moment they've got a defensive partnership of Axel Disasi, or Disasi, who I think is really good. And Levi Colwell's come back from injury and he looks really good. And I think those two should be the start in. I've seen that apparently Thiago Silva has been handed potential, like he should be fit to play. But I think I've seen a lot of Chelsea fans say that you've got to stick with the back line from the Man City game.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I mean, it was a great performance against Man City. And I think with leaving Thiago Silva out the team, you give yourself more opportunity to build up from the back. We know what he is. He's a fantastic defender, but he's also a million years old.
Yeah.
The play slows down around him. And I think whilst it's important to have captains and leaders on the field, I think they've got players who will step up all the way through their team. You've got Raheem Sterling, you've got Cole Palmer, just two names of big game players in my opinion anyway. And yeah, I 100% agree with you. I think Disasi and Levi Colwell, it will help them improve their play, building through the thirds. But yeah, if it was a fully fit team,
Liverpool
smashing them 4-0.
Yeah.
I don't think it's even close. But Chelsea got a chance here to maybe
up some silverware,
put a little bit of gleam on this season, which has been otherwise quite poor. But yeah, some silverware. I mean, Poch's first English trophy.
Yeah, probs. Yeah.
I mean, he didn't win anything at Tottenham, did he?
Definitely not.
Second place trophy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. But it's at Wembley.
So anything can happen.
Anything can happen. We saw Liverpool and Chelsea. Was it in the FA or it was Carabao Cup where Liverpool beat them on penalties?
Yeah, it's normally a stinker when these two play each other at Wembley. But I think it will be a good game. Like we said, I think it's down to the attacks. because Liverpool, they're missing some men. Obviously, no Jota. We don't know about the fitness of Darwin Núñez and Salah. I'm still not sold on Cody Gakpo. Harvey Elliott had a good game against Luton. So it'd be interesting to see how both teams line up. But I think Chelsea going forward could have more than Liverpool without... If they don't start with Darwin Núñez and Salah, Chelsea's attack could look more... You got Nkunku, you got Sterling, who played well against Man City.
Jackson
Cole
played
Palmer.
off the left, didn't he? And he was quite impressive there. I mean, he's obviously a player maybe we should highlight a little bit because it hasn't really worked out for him in terms of the goal scoring. He looks lost when he plays that forward 9 position. When he plays that solo striker, he looks a bit lost. He doesn't know where to be running. Obviously, he scored a hat-trick against Spurs when they were down to 9 men. But apart from that, he hasn't been putting away the chances. I think bringing him over to the left-hand side, where they've had a bit of an issue with the likes of Mudryk not really finding any form as well, it could be the answer to their problem. I mean, if he's on the left, he's going to be going up against most likely Conor Bradley, which could be a lot for the young gun.
We're big fans of him, though.
Yeah, the young man who's been impressive. But I think that's maybe where they can get at them. Liverpool's back line has been... Although they've got... is it the second best defensive record in the league?
Yeah, up there.
They've looked shaky at times. I mean, especially in games, higher pressure games, like the Arsenal game, we saw Konate and Van Dijk both making mistakes.
Yeah, and Alisson, yeah.
The main thing here, no Alisson.
No, Alisson is huge.
And Conor Kelleher is good. I actually think he's quite good.
Yeah, I mean, both keepers, like Petrovic is like not a world beater and neither is Kelleher. So it's one of those where both teams haven't got their kind of ideal goalkeeper. So it'd be interesting.
But yeah, I think for me, if Liverpool can keep Chelsea tight away from their goal for the first sort of 10-15 minutes, get a little bit of control on the game. But we've seen Liverpool fail to control games this season as well. Obviously, they're just so deadly in transition. They've got so much pace going forward. They cause so much chaos. Even the likes of someone like Cody Gakpo, he's got 4 goals in 5 cup appearances this season for Liverpool. So maybe it could be time for him to step up and have a big game. Luis Diaz is always a threat.
Yeah.
Harvey Elliott, we've seen what he can do. We know he's been sort of playing second fiddle to Salah. We've seen him come into the middle of the park a bit more. That's another player who we could potentially highlight as maybe a game changer. It's time for Liverpool to have a few players step up and fill the shoes of the absentees.
Yeah, I agree. I'll hit you with some stats.
Absentees.
Some Pochettino stats. Pochettino's won just 1 of his 13 meetings against Jurgen Klopp. That was a 4-1 win at home with Tottenham. Chelsea and Liverpool have met in 2 previous Carabao Cup finals, 2005 and 2022. That's interesting. Liverpool won both the 22 finals on penalties after the game finished 0-0. So that's what we're saying. It's a stinker usually.
When we did the live stream, we highlighted that this game is always a stinker.
And that was actually quite good, yeah.
I mean, I think their first meeting of the season was a 2-2 draw at Anfield, was it?
1-1 draw.
A 1-1 draw.
Yeah. I'd be interested. Let us know in the comments below what you think your score predictions will be, Luke. I want a score from you.
I'm going to go Liverpool to get a late winner. I'm going to say 86th minute, Harvey Elliott.
1-0.
2-1.
2-1, okay.
2-1, Chelsea score early on, late winner from Harvey Elliott.
Oh, I don't hate that, you know. I don't want to back Chelsea. I'm going to go 1-1 and Liverpool... No, 1-1, it goes to penalties.
And who wins?
Penalties. Chelsea win on penalties.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, yeah, this game is such an up... I can't call it. It's too close. But Liverpool 2-1 for me. Let us know down below who you've got taking home the silverware from Wembley. Will it be Pochettino's Chelsea, or will it be a nice beginning of a quadruple for Jurgen Klopp?
Let us know. Shout out the man, them. Fuck Chelsea.